Hey, what's up guys? Dave here. Welcome to my channel where I share some developer tips and tricks. So today I want to show you how you can make your development server accessible to anyone on the internet. Okay, so this is possible using SSH port forwarding. Now, SSH port forwarding allows you to forward traffic on an SSH server to a destination through either an SSH client or another remote host. It's useful for making local development server available over a public network. It's also useful if you want to grant IP restricted access to a remote resource on a private network. Alright, so let's dive right in and basically use SSH port forwarding to make our app available to anyone on the internet. Alright, so let's say I have a Django app here that I want to make available online so that my developer friend can be able to access it. Let's just start it right here. So the Django app is running on port 8000 locally on my local host. Okay, it's right here. Okay, I made some changes to my app and I want to get some feedback from a friend without pushing this app to production fast. The way we do that is using SSH tunnels, and in particular here specifically we are using SSH remote port forwarding, which allows us to forward traffic on an SSH server to a destination, right, through a remote host, in this case SSH server. Okay, so I'm just going to run the command here. And here what it means is that I have a service running on my local host on port 8000, which is my Django app, and I want to make it publicly available through my SSH server, dave.davidokwe.com, on port 9000. So this is remote port forwarding. Alright, now you have to make sure that this port here, 9000, is open on your firewall on the remote host. Okay, so let's run it now, and the tunnel seems to be open. So I want to SSH into our SSH server, which is hosted on AWS. Okay, so now I just want to confirm that we have something listening on port 9000 on the remote host, and indeed it's saying here that SSH is listening on port 9000 on the wildcard. Now this is really important that it listens on the wildcard so that it can be accessible publicly. By default, SSH listens on the loopback address, which is localhost. Now to make sure that it's on the wildcard, we have to set the option gateway port to yes in the SSH config file. SSHD config. Okay, and we have to make sure that gateway ports is set to yes here so that SSH listens on the wildcard and it's available publicly. Okay, let's get out of it. Now let's access our development server through our SSH server. Okay, port 9000, and there it is. So ideally anyone online who hits this URL, dave.davidokwe.com port 9000, is able to access my local Django app right now. Anyone. Okay, so this is incredibly useful when you've made some changes on your local host and you want to show a friend and get some feedback real quick. Okay, so before we go, I want to show you guys another easier option to do the same using a service called ngrok. Okay, so ngrok does the same thing. It sets up a secure tunnel to your local host through their servers, and it basically they create public URLs, for your app. It's free. They have a free tier, and they also have some paid options here. Yeah, so you can check it out. It's a lot easier. Have to download the software on your local host and then run a couple of things and to make it work. Okay, so that has been how to set up how to make your local host available publicly online using SSH tunnels. All right, so thanks for watching, and if you find this video helpful, please like and subscribe to my channel. Tap that bell to get notifications of future videos. All right, so see you guys in the next one.